What's up, fighters? Sam Battlefields here. Thank you very much for joining me on my journey into the ecological approach, ecological dynamics, coaching in general. Really fun morning this morning. Really fun. Got a lot out of it. I had to sit on the sidelines for a bit of it because my little baby girl is a little sick. So I wasn't able to do some rolls, not all of them. But it was good to once again sit on the sideline and have a look from the outside looking in. Just seeing some really cool stuff happening now, like, moving away from, positional talk and looking at sort of conditional talk that was discussed with the other day, and John from Trigon, John from EcoFico, however he pronounces it. His comment regarding the the conditional sort of stuff rather than positional. I think that's where I've been moving, and it was really fucking cool to see the stuff that I've been putting into play with regards to that. So, Will today, he said, he hasn't thought about position in months, and because the reason why he mentioned that was because I asked the question, like, are people? I can see that people are not, they're not focused on a technique or a, getting to a position. They're focused on, like, the conditions that they need to affect. So I'll probably call this video something like meaningful connections or something like that. We have a lot of fun. I'm a funny guy. I know that, but no, the reason why I say that is the fun aspect of jiu-jitsu, the fun aspect of submission grappling. Come on. Bro. Sorry. Just letting through every single motherfucker. Anyway, the fun aspect was really evident today. Everyone was smiling, laughing. And then, but when it came time to actually do the tasks, it was into it, getting into it and really trying to figure out the strategies, figure out what works for them. And it was just cool seeing the behaviors that emerged, and the discussions that were had after. So Aaron in particular, Aaron's, he was there. I'm pretty sure we spoke about how Aaron was there all last week, by himself for most of it. So we basically got private lessons, and he said to me today, I'm just really trying to focus on what you said last week about affecting the power center, and I'm way more calm when I'm on the bottom. I feel more calm, and I was just like, that is the best thing that you can that he could have said to me, because Aaron does roll with a bit of intensity, but more importantly, like, that's what we should be feeling. So I'm putting these guys in these situations where they're in the worst position possible, face down. The other person's got their hooks in, and they're allowed to do certain things. And I've been speaking about meaningful connections, so I will call this this video Meaningful Connections, because one of the things that Preet spoke about, I also refer to it as the Christian Mingle, right? So because you're making a meaningful connection. So what we want is the Ashley Madison, that they might touch, but they'll not actually make the connection. Anyway, that's me being hilarious, That's what I do. But yeah, so we're trying to make sure that they do the Ashley Madison. So if they do have some sort of connection on us. We just don't want it to be meaningful. And the beauty of that is that you're able to reverse engineer everything, because if you can stop them from getting the meaningful connection, well, if my goal as the offensive guy is to get a meaningful connection, then my reverse engineering of that is to disengage a meaningful connection and prevent a meaningful connection, if that makes sense. Well, it does make sense. It fucking clearly makes sense. And that is across everything. Like, that is across everything. So, if someone's making a meaningful connection, well, so this is where it gets probably a little bit murky. What's meaningful? Well, meaningful is actually they've anchored on something. This is me literally brain dumping now. So meaningful would be that it's anchored on something and anchors them to you in some way, shape or form that you have no influence or control over. A Kimura grip, figure 4 grip is a meaningful connection. When I say no control, I mean low control. Obviously, if I've got your head and arm and my hands are connected, that's a meaningful connection. It makes sense when we've played a few games, off the back of that Preet Mickelson seminar, where the just avoiding them connecting, even when they've got your back, and when they've got your back, so it was, it was really cool seeing a number of different things today emerge, just around that meaningful connection and reverse engineering it. So people, rather than looking for a specific grip, I need a figure 4 grip, they're already setting up a meaningful connection, whether it be figure 4, whether it be whatever. They're setting it up as a position or two prior, which is so fucking cool to see, because it's, when I was a white belt, blue belt, I'd be like, it's like they're setting up 3 moves ahead. Yeah, but that's because they've done so much live rolling that they can see this kind of stuff. So it was really cool. The game that we played, just to give you an insight, I'm going back to the real roots of this channel, but the game that we played was face down, person on top. Initially, they were just trying to get their forearm and their bicep on on both carotid arteries. Sorry, not either, on both carotid arteries. And the goal for the person on the bottom was to turn to face them, and they had to have at least a foot or what I've been calling the KFC triple thigh box, which is 2 thighs around 1 thigh, basically, which is just half guard, but I'm calling it the KFC now just for a bit of shits and giggles. So we were playing that game, and what was emerging was people were actually so focused on getting this, getting the neck, because I constrained them as well. They weren't allowed to attack the arms. So they were so focused on that they were not only getting the person was able to get out really easily, but they were also getting reversed. So they were ending up underneath in guard, which was pretty cool, and emergent behavior. And then added back in the representativeness of, okay, now the person on the top, he can attack arms, right? But because they had already worked out the exit that they needed to take, they when the arms came into effect, and they realized that they were trying to avoid that meaningful connection, then they were they were then playing 2 steps ahead and putting stuff in place so that those meaningful connections couldn't be made. And oh my God, it's just so fucking cool to see it from a coach's perspective and just see these guys like leveling up. Just leveling up. Without me sitting down and going, here is the thing that you should be doing. Anyway, Sam Battlefields here. Thanks very much for joining me. Peace.